So, how important is API technology?
Well, it's been amazing, actually, the growth lately. And what's happening is that companies are starting to realize that it's an opportunity if they stand up an API for them to essentially extend their brand or to reach new customers. They stand up that API, and then innovation happens as far as building apps against it, whether they're mobile or mashups or things like that. And by using those apps, you're kind of getting to a whole new customer base. So to answer your growth question, there's a website actually called Programmable Web, which is kind of a repository for what APIs are out there. There's over 4,000 of them registered out there now, and 2,000 of those came in the last 6 months alone. So it's a real exponential growth curve right now for APIs.
Do you think there's kind of this crowdsourcing mantra or movement happening in sort of software as a service, infrastructure as a service?
Yeah, I think crowdsourcing is critical to the success of it because that's where a lot of the innovation comes from. So we see crowdsourcing in a couple different ways with API and app development. One is, when you provide a social community where people can kind of collaborate and work with each other around an innovation or an idea that they have, and that's what our product Atmosphere provides, is a social environment for that. And the other thing you see is a lot of hackathons. Hackathons that are, both physical hackathons in different regions, and sometimes they'll base them on an industry focus. And then there's a lot of virtual hackathons like Top Coder and some of the stuff that they're doing as well. So crowdsourcing is critical.
Okay. One of the big buzzwords we've heard here so far is on-demand capability. Is that something you guys do, and is that something you also see as kind of getting a lot of movement right now in the industry?
Well, on-demand is huge. I don't think anyone can really reliably predict the demand that they're going to have on their solutions anymore. And an example of that with us is Atmosphere is actually something you can put behind your firewall in the enterprise, but our Atmosphere cloud solution actually resides out there on top of an on-demand infrastructure because we can't predict how much people are going to use.
Cool. That was actually